Seven of Wands would be like if someone lied to the police and then were questioned again and they were like, no, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's like if the police were like, all right, we're going to give you one more chance to tell us if you saw this person at your house on this night. Their phone pinged here, or we saw them come here. But did you see them? Were you with them? And the person was like, yeah, I was with them. Because at that point they had already lied and they were scared and it was kind of too late. I'm getting like a weird feeling that he may have thought about this all ahead of time, the possibility of getting caught, and pre-planted seeds that would later sprout into what he believes will be reasonable doubt. I don't know what that is. I don't know if he's planted evidence somewhere. I don't know if he just made sure that he was seen with certain people at certain times so it would kind of paint the picture that they were involved. I don't know. But I do feel like he is very smart and we're about to see that. We're about to see it. He's not just going to lay down and go down for this. I had two come out. Four of Wands and Judgment in reverse. Yeah. He's going to try very hard to go home. He has something up his sleeve that he thinks is going to get this case either thrown out or hung jury. He has something up his sleeve. I don't know what it is. Why do I feel like almost like a very laid back, like, oh, you got to prove I did this because I didn't do it. But then they have his DNA. No, he has something up his sleeve. It involves someone else. Oh. Temperance. My opinion, I feel like he's going to try and set somebody else up to take the fall for this. Like, there's some kind of financial transaction that's going to make it look like somebody else is potentially involved, either more so than they were, or at least enough to get some kind of leeway in his case or possibly reasonable doubt. I don't know what it is, but it involves either purchasing something or paying someone off. I don't know exactly what it is, but he's going to try his damnedest to take somebody else down with him. And while there may be other people involved in the aftermath of this, this is feeling more to me like he's going to try and set someone up or get someone involved that really didn't have a hand in this. But it could be someone that was paid off. Then Dylan hears, a short time later, someone say there's someone here. But 4 minutes after that, the vehicle is seen driving eastbound on King Road, stopping and turning around in front of Queen Road, and then driving back. That to me sounds like somebody who wasn't really sure where they're supposed to park the car, but they knew they're supposed to park it on that road and was looking for a spot. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm reading all of this correctly, because I mean, let me know if that makes sense to you guys, but how could he be in two places at one time? Remember we kept getting timeline issue in my previous reads? Is that what he's trying to use for reasonable doubt? Like for example, if he's in the house doing what he's doing, knowing that, oh, there's a chance that maybe I'll get caught on this camera or seen here, or maybe an audio will pick me up. So he used someone else to bring the car there so that if let's say there's a noise at this time, he could be like, oh no, but you could see my car at that time. A mighty enemy. He still thinks that someone is going to protect him somehow. He thinks that that link person has some kind of connection that's going to somehow throw a wrench in the conviction. He's going through the motions thinking that, okay, when it comes to trial, I'm walking out here. He knows he's not getting out before that, but he really feels like there's going to be something presented that's going to make it so that there's unquestionable, reasonable doubt. I don't know what it is. Child in reverse, AI in reverse. AI in reverse. Child in reverse could be an adult. AI in reverse is artificial intelligence, but in reverse. So real intelligence, fake intelligence. Child in reverse, adult in reverse. Shoes. Colt in reverse. Secret in reverse. Secret's out. It's not a cult, but it's a, well, maybe a cult. It's a group. He thinks that there's a group of people who are going to falsify some kind of information that provides reasonable doubt. Because all he needs is one piece of reasonable doubt, and he thinks somebody's going to fabricate it for him. Whether or not they are, I don't know, but he thinks that they are. It could be like giving just enough information to where it can't be ignored or something like that to authorities. Six of Wands, public eye. Yeah, somebody's going to turn on her. Somebody's going to turn on her. Oh, is it Brian? Hermit in reverse. Might be Chariot in reverse. Brian. Yeah, he's going to flip. He's going to flip on her. He has another plan, and then once he realizes that that plan isn't going to work, he's going to flip. There's some reason that he's not doing it yet. He's waiting for the right time. I'm hearing his lawyers now. His lawyers now. Ace of Wands reverse. The rejection. Distraction. Hesitancy. Don't want to do it yet. Don't want to do it yet. Yeah, he has something up his sleeve. It's almost like somebody told him, like, even if you get arrested, don't worry, we'll get you out, or you'll be able to get out. So he's being patient to see if that happens or not. And if it doesn't happen, then he's going to turn on that person. That's what he was setting up in the car to go to Pennsylvania. It wasn't protection from the law. It was protection, like, in case things don't go to plan. If I do get arrested and I don't end up getting out, then I need something to be set up so that I can have proof that this other person was involved. That's what it was. That's what he set up to Pennsylvania. Six of Pentacles reversed, one-sided debt. Yep. That's what it was. His drive to Pennsylvania was so that he could set up something in case... Okay, so he knew that there was the chance that he would get arrested, right? But it's almost as if somebody told him, if you get arrested, we have a plan, or I have a plan. This is what's happened. This is what will happen, and you'll get out. You might be in there for a little bit, but you'll get out. So it's almost like he's waiting to see, is that plan happening? Because if not, he set something up. It's not that he set up someone. It's that he set something up so that he could, at the right time, be like, look, this person is involved and here's the proof. And if that card is played at the right time, that could result in reasonable doubt. Oh yeah, you think I did it by myself? Oh yeah, watch this wrench I'm going to throw in your plan. This person's involved too. Now what? Now you can't be sure about what you know, because now there's a reasonable doubt. Nine of Cups reversed is that he's told on somebody something. He's like, and this is what's going on over there, and this is what was going on over there, and this is what's going on over there. And the sun is like bringing everything to light. Every surrounding factor that he can use to his advantage is going to be used to his advantage. So if he can make it look like a witness or something maybe lying because of other things that were going on, he is doing it. And he has information on people. He has information on people that they don't know they don't know he has yet. Card for that. Autumn. Is it that scary? Is it that scary? Dylan. It's Dylan. He knows something about Dylan that she doesn't know that he knows. And they're keeping it close to the chest. They're going to use it in trial in a way that she's not prepared for it. Oh no. But this pile is up there with what happened between Kara and Anne before the murders, as well as ethics. And now we have him knowing something about Dylan that she doesn't know that he knows yet, that he is keeping close to the chest so he can use it at the appropriate time to use in trial, so it would be reasonable doubt. Oh my gosh, that's not good. Allegedly, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying there's a plan in place. It's like, let's say you're driving down the street, right? And there is this building, and it's a long building. The building spans the length of the whole street. And on the other side of this wall is Brian in his prison cell. Okay, just hear me out here. So you drive down the length of this street, and the whole length of this street is also the prison. But, so there's this one wall and it spans for a mile, okay? Now there is this little glass window that's like in a random location along this wall, okay? This would be like if you were in the car and somebody else was driving and you were in the passenger seat, and the driver was going to speed as fast as he could down the road, and you have a wrench in your hand, and if you can throw this wrench at the exact right time and hit that window, Brian can climb out of it. That's what this is. It's the Hail Mary pass that, if played at the right time, cannot fail. But if played at any bit of the wrong time, will fail. A card for what I just said. Nine of Wands, perseverance and resilience. With how he left certain evidence in the apartment on purpose. He left evidence in the apartment connecting him to Bethany or Dylan. Or at least to produce reasonable doubt that he was connected to them. Because then that could explain why he was at the house. Oh my gosh. And that's why he's... Oh, I don't know if I should say that. Page of Cups. That's why he's waiting for the right time to play his card, because if he waits until after somebody else says, I don't know him, I don't have a connection to him, and then they bring up, oh yeah, well, why was this in his apartment? How, if you don't have a connection to him, why did he have this of yours? Or why is this communication from you in the apartment? He left something purposely behind so that he could be connected in case he got caught. It's part of his plan. I am really I know that there's a lot of questioning if it could be someone else in Brian's being set up, but I don't believe that that's the case. I do believe that there's things in place that could make it look that way. I do feel like there's a lot of other things going on the sides. But I am strongly seeing Brian being the one that carried this out. But there's a lot of other people that are involved in different ways. But it's not that Brian had a bunch of friends that were helping him with this. It's different than that. It's everyone trying to cover their own butt in some way. Here, I have a feeling Brian is going to take a few of the gang with him. Got a few tricks up his sleeve. The Moon, so yes, a few tricks up his sleeve. Four of Swords reversed, waiting for the right time. He does, and it's something that if the card is played too early, it won't work to get him free, but if it's played at the right time, it could potentially. Something to do with reasonable doubt. There is some kind of agreement in place between different parties that have something to do with this case, such as maybe someone who works in the police department or works for the link or is the link.
There is some kind of plan that requires cooperation from multiple parties to make the plan work. And whatever is going on is meant to contribute to reasonable doubt. Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups reversed, and the Fool reversed. Oh, and Eight of Wands. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. Communication, romance. It's almost like something. Oh, and the Fool reversed. Lead to reasonable doubt. Some element of reasonable doubt is going to be something about like a romantic interest, but it's not like, oh, we were dating or something like that. It's more of like maybe like working up the courage to approach or something like that. Ten of Pentacles and the Tower. Whatever's going on. Something with reasonable doubt is like a connection between like the inner circle and romance. But I don't think it's like one of the victims. I honestly don't even know if it's Brian. I'm wondering if like maybe he's going to say like that the reason he was in the area those times, like when he was, I'm wondering if he's going to say he was with a friend. Because then it could be like, oh, well, my friend said that they had a connection with this girl and I was just dropping them off. I didn't know they were lying, right? It's like that. Does that have anything to do with Brent? Brian has some kind of information that if he puts it forth at the exact right time in order for the brain to continue going forward with evaluating this case, this information will essentially be like, are you going to ignore this seed of reasonable doubt and keep going? Or are you going to say there is going to be reasonable doubt no matter what? Oh my goodness. This is his... If there's a problem in internal investigation, that's what would be that lasting reasonable doubt. Like, how can you overlook the reasonable doubt that comes from that? This wasn't done right. That wasn't done right. Huh. Ten of Wands, a heavy burden, and Five of Swords, conflict and disagreement. This is going to be a problem. He believes that once this information comes out, it will be an unquestionable seed of reasonable doubt that you can't wipe away once it's there. Only if played at the right time, though. See, I was thinking the right time was during trial, but I'm wondering if the right time is before trial, before anything even starts to come out. Does Brian have anything to do? Hold on, let me think how I word this. Does any information that came out of Brian's mouth to someone else have anything to do with why this internal affairs investigation was started? I'm gonna pull two cards. Queen of Cups reversed. Two of Cups reversed. No, it's not from Brian, so he has something else still. This is like, This is like backed into a corner and I have to flip on someone, so I'm going to flip on this person because if not, you're going to get me. And so that can't be Brian because he's already in jail, right? So it can't be like a him or me thing because it's both. You're already in jail. So it can't be that. This is like, I have no other option other than to give you this piece of information that might be dangerous for me to tell you, but if not, I'm going to jail and I don't want to go to jail. Which means that Brian has something else. Like if this isn't his information, that means that he has something else. Which is bad because now there's also this, right? Okay, so this card, first of all, deals with money. Second of all, deals with traveling. Third of all is the atomic bomb card. Queen of Hearts and Five of Hearts. Five of Hearts is reversed. So that would be... What did I say? Some kind of off-the-wall defense. Brian was very strategic about something prior to his... It's the money laundering. Something with money laundering and the link. Some kind of ploy at reasonable doubt using a connection between someone that Brian's connected to and someone that that person is connected to. So I'm connected to this person's connected to them. Somehow that benefits me if I give you this certain information. They know what it is. Somebody else told them. Somebody else told them, but they still... It's almost like something that only Dylan can prove, but that she's not being upfront about. All right, let's dive into the next part of that question. If any of the roommates ever encountered Brian. So let's go with Bethany, then Dylan. Bethany is the Emperor. I need a clarification for the Emperor. Queen of Cups. Bethany, yes. There's a connection between Bethany and Brian. My opinion, allegedly. What is that connection? Nine of Cups. I know it's frustrating when I don't always say everything that I'm thinking, but some things you have to understand that I can't. I have to be very careful. The picture that this is painting to me is there's some kind of connection between Brian and Bethany, in my opinion. It's not a direct connection. It's like they're both drinking from the same well, getting something from the same source. The Emperor. So but Brian would be more close to the source or more involved with the source, whereas Bethany's a little bit more connected through someone else. Oh, my eyes are getting watery. Oh, no. The High Priestess and the Six of Swords. I would say my opinion is that Dylan is connected to someone that is connected to Brian through some kind of drug operation. My opinion, allegedly. Bethany is in turn also, my opinion, connected to said operation through Dylan. Dylan is, in my opinion, allegedly protecting her boyfriend or some other male figure that she has a deep emotional connection with. Not necessarily from the law, which is reading a little weird to me. But from other people knowing, or parents, or school, or losing something, or just not having that information out there. I don't know. There's something that's not being forthright. Six of Swords is making me feel like, because this is about Bethany. Bethany didn't want to be involved in this. Either she tried to not be involved in it, or she was about to like walk away or something. So the High Priestess is really like jumping up and down in my brain, because I think it was my last reading where I said that I was seeing Dylan go downstairs to Bethany and then come back upstairs. And that's what this is pointing to me, like Bethany like didn't hold on, let me get a clarifier for that. Clarifier for the High Priestess reverse. Knight of Swords. Is it possible Bethany knows or saw something and she's like being threatened into silence? Like, Bethany knows something, but she can't say anything, but she wants to. My opinion, allegedly. Either she knows something, or she was told something, or she saw something. Somebody threatened her, though. My opinion. I'll pull a card to confirm that. Four of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's like, do you want it to live or no? Because if you want to, you need to not say anything. Oh, is it Bethany that? Could be Bethany that knows something that's not. Oh, because Dylan talked. Bethany saw something. It's not that she heard something, she saw something. What did she see? Ten of Wands. My opinion, allegedly, I believe Bethany saw something and was threatened. She either saw something, came into the knowledge of something, like previous to it happening, or maybe when it was about to happen, she saw something. That's why Dylan's not saying what she knows, because Bethany was already threatened. Three of Wands reversed. Bethany saw something or became aware that something was going on around the time of that DoorDash delivery. Good. Mentions what the other person mentioned about other people being aware and going to get drugs out of the house before calling 911. Oh. Also, that roommates, plural, saw 3 people in the driveway. I wonder, I said Bethany saw something. I didn't know that till right now. My eyes just got really watery. And what I was thinking when they were getting watery is, I wonder if Bethany saw... What did Bethany see? The Magician. 5 of Swords reverse, a fair fight. Magician. Magician would be like... it in the context of what we're talking about in this case. Magician could be like the plug. Drug plug. Like, what is he doing here? Why is he here? Five of Swords is like, man, I feel bad about what I know, or I feel bad about what I saw. Magician to me is saying that did the roommates see people outside the house? Yeah, I think so. My opinion would be yeah. They saw someone that it didn't make sense for them to be there, or it didn't make sense for them to be back. What is the energy of the person that I believe, my opinion is, I think Bethany and Dylan saw different things. But I think Bethany told Dylan what she saw. So if Bethany saw someone outside the house, what energy did she pick up on from that person that she saw? Child I was meant to be. This has been the card that represented Brian for multiple readings. Bride in a cage is Dylan. This is Bethany. Self-realization. She did not know what was going to happen until after it happened. Not the same with her. Did not know. There was nothing she could do about whatever she did know. She did not know that this was going to happen until after it happened. Bethany, my opinion. And I do believe that Bethany has been more forthright with police than what we know about. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Hold on. Let me see if I should take that part out. Let me pull a card. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, no. Okay. We're good. I don't think that it was... you know what? I don't want to say more. That's good. That's all I'm going to say about that. What I'm saying is I don't feel like she is as unhelpful as we may think that she is. But I don't want to say more than The card that was representing the surviving roommate that we haven't really heard a lot from since. So if police uncovered some kind of communication or connection or link between that surviving roommate and Brian, that could be why we're not hearing a lot. And that could also be why I said that someone is in protective custody. I don't know if that would be that person. But that's who that card was representing before. And it's coming out in reverse here, which to me, that could potentially mean like some kind of protective custody. Like that's the image it's giving me, because before she was upright and now she's reversed, but it's the same energy. And the Seven of Wands being reversed would be kind of like letting someone step over your boundary. So kind of, in this case, letting police kind of push you into a corner and saying, okay, we know you need to talk, knowing that she might not have been supposed to talk. It's also about surrendering information. So kind of just being pushed and pushed and pushed and then giving it up in terms of the information. And then the Seven of Cups being reversed is like seeing something clearly. So I don't... The Queen of Wands in reverse is also a selfish energy. So if there was a connection found, or if there was, it would have to be a connection or conversation or a link between the two. But whatever was found, the Queen of Wands reverse being selfish could be, well, you're going to get in trouble, or, oh, this is going to come out unless you tell us, explain this. And then trying to save yourself would be that energy in reverse. Whereas before, when it was upright, it was talking about how Bethany was kind of persuaded to wait to call the police longer than she necessarily wanted to. But now we have it in reverse. So now it's not following someone else, it's protecting yourself. Something along the lines of, well, what can I do now? It's too late to go back. The World, surrounded by all the pressure, surrounded by everyone telling her what to do. I believe the Queen of Wands is Bethany. But I believe the Queen of Wands is Bethany, but I believe it's Dylan that was doing the work for the link. But there's like some kind of information that Bethany has passed on to authorities that we don't know about yet. That plays a big role in something.
2 roommates survived the stabbing attack inside this house last November that left 4 other students dead. Bethany Funk was one of the survivors, and now she's agreeing to be interviewed by the defense in the murder case. Attorneys for the suspect, Brian Koberger, issuing a subpoena for Funk to testify. Koberger's legal team claiming Funk has exculpatory information that might help to exonerate him. An investigator for the defense writing, Ms. Funk's information is unique to her experiences and cannot be provided by another witness. Funk's attorney fought back, filing a motion to quash the subpoena, writing, even if Funk possesses exculpatory evidence, which remains unknown, there is no place or reason to present it at a preliminary hearing. But new court documents made public show she's now agreed to an interview with the Idaho-based defense counsel. Funk will testify in Reno, Nevada, where she's from, instead of taking the stand in the Layton County, Idaho court, where Koberger's preliminary hearing is set to begin in late June.
This is upright. The Emperor reversed. King of Cups upright. I believe she's subpoenaed on Brian's behalf. Let me get a clarifier for the Emperor. The Emperor reversed. The Hierophant. Higher knowledge. The Emperor reverse would be like an ego type of move, like a cocky move. And the Hierophant's like, I know something. Clarifier for the King of Cups. 2 of Cups reversed, 5 of Pentacles. I believe that, allegedly, in my opinion, Brian may be trying to set up, I was at the house previously buying drugs. I'm going to clarify it for Justice. Like, what is that called? Like establishing a prior explanation of why he was in it. Something about why Brian's phone pinged so many times in the area is what Bethany is being asked to testify again, towards. Like, that he's been in the house to get drugs or something along those lines. A High Priestess reverse to clarify Justice. I really think someone threatened her to not talk, and that's why she wants it squashed. Because Justice would be about the truth coming out. High Priestess reverse is like, I know I shouldn't do this. I'm going to clarify for the Queen of Swords. Nine of Cups reversed. Yeah, she doesn't, she's scared to testify. Allegedly, in my opinion. 9 of Cups reversed. I do think that she's going to try her best to not say everything. Or maybe not answer questions fully, or like hold back as much as possible without getting herself in trouble. In previous readings, I said that I felt as though the investigators had someone kind of backed into a corner, and it's like, okay, well, you're backed into the corner now, so either you can tell us what you know, or you're going to be the one that gets in trouble. I feel like that's Bethany. And it has something to do with why Brian was at the house all those times, or in the area all those times. Magician. In previous readings, I said that I felt like Brian deleted most things, but purposely left some kind of trail connecting him to one person that was either a victim or a victim's friend group. This would be the digital trail of something. Yeah, I think she's meant to go in and testify for Brian. Serial killer in reverse. Affair in reverse makes me think that they're not going to go with the stalking. They're going to go with the sale or distribution of drugs, not love, not a love connection. So this is about some kind of ego move. Hidden key in reverse. Oh, Bethany's testimony is big. Whatever they want her to talk about is big. Hidden key in reverse. It's not hidden anymore. Now you see my secret weapon. Evil upright. Distraction in reverse. It's not a distraction. Yeah, she has something important. It's not a distraction. It's actual legit information, not meant to just mislead, but it's meant to actually produce some kind of results. Like, her testimony is not to buy time and confuse people and get you to be like, oh, well, is there more to see? Like, something is very important. It's not a distraction, and it is leading up to some kind of big piece of information that could potentially work in Brian's favor. And it has something to do with making this bigger than just the 4. King of Cups. Yeah, he's good. He's somehow using Bethany's testimony to try and make it look like he was framed. And it has something to do with the other mysterious passings away in the area. It's almost like Bethany's testimony is important, and something could come out of it that's key, but what the real key is that it's tunnel reversed. It's almost like Bethany's testimony is important, and something could come out of it that's key, but what the real key is that it's setting up in some way to drag Brent's name through the mud later. So Bethany's testimony might not be like an instant volcanic eruption, but it's like the brewing volcano, like the brewing lava. Like it's not the eruption, but it's what heats up the lava so that there can be a later eruption. That's the point in her testimony. It's setting up something to later set up reasonable doubt, and that has something to do with not only Brent, but also the other suspicious deaths in the area. And I believe that her testimony is meant to benefit Brian, but it's not going to necessarily like instant gratification benefit. It's like setting up for later in some way. Clubs reverse, a helping hand, overcoming obstacles, but it was in reverse. Family, home, Ace of Hearts. This is doubling of something. Yeah, it's pointing towards trying to set up either Brian being the accomplice or Brian being framed because of his connection to someone. It's interesting because 10 is also travel. We got travel in reverse. Ace is another water card. 7 of Diamonds, money card. Yeah, it's like follow the money. Follow the money, and it's not going to lead to just Brian. And then that will give reasonable doubt to something. It may have been risky to do that, but I didn't know what I was seeing or hearing. 3 of Pentacles reversed. That's the card that represented the 3 people in the driveway. She's going to say she didn't see what she saw. Four of Swords is also like I'm protecting myself. So Page of Pentacles. It's like I'm trying to protect myself by not saying more than I feel like I have to say, but then they push me and I have to give them something to avoid giving them something else. Because I'm trying to protect myself. 4 of Wands came out under 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, she's gonna stick with I was sleeping in the basement. Knight of Pentacles reversed. I didn't get up and look. King of Pentacles reversed. I didn't see Brian. But Page of Pentacles, Four of Wands. She is going to give something. There's going to be some key piece of information, but she's giving it to avoid it going in a different direction. Like, I have to give you this so you don't keep pushing me on that. Legal, court paperwork filed. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I don't want to take I'm trying to avoid taking some kind of risk here.